Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing a super fabulous today. So today's video, I'm going to do a full face of some of my favorite makeup products. I do have my face prepped. I have eye primer on. I use the Too Faced 24-Hour Shadow Insurance. I love this primer. And then I also using as a face primer, the Smashbox Pore Minimizer. Now this is a small size. It's like a travel size, but I've already hit pan. I've cut it open and I'm pulling out all the product on the inside of it. Ooh, fell on the floor. But I use a little spatula, like this is like a little makeup spatula. And it's convenient to kind of get down and get some of that product that you wouldn't normally be able to get out. But if you guys are not like cutting your makeup packages like this open and getting product, you're missing out on a lot of extra product and, you know, stuff's expensive. So all right, so before I get into the rest of the face, my name is Carrie. I love makeup. Let's keep it simple and fun. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my content. And for those of you who already subscribed, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. All right, so my favorite drugstore foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible. This is the Pro Matte Foundation in 103 Natural Buff. I usually just take a little bit of it on my finger and I just kind of go like this. I might need to add a little bit more and then I'll just start buffing it out. I'm going to use my favorite brush, or one of my favorite brushes. This is the IT Cosmetics. It's the 101 brush. It's just nice. It's soft. It's dome shaped. So it really helps me to put makeup on in a stippling kind of motion and circles without me like rubbing, because I have texture, you guys, and I have wrinkles, I have fine lines. So this method kind of helps me a lot to even out my makeup or foundation application. All right, I'm probably going to fast forward this part because it's just kind of, redundant. I'm just going to keep blending until I'm satisfied with it. And you guys know I'm an over blender, so I'll spare you. Okay, the foundation is on. My face is starting to look a little bit better. My dark spots are being concealed here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in, where's my concealer? Okay, I found it. I'm gonna go in with the Essence Keep Me Covered concealer. This is in 04 Shell. I love this stuff, you guys. I purchased this kind of like on a whim, and I actually really, really, really like it quite a bit. It's been my go-to. It's kind of lightweight, but it gives me really good coverage, and it doesn't like flake or, Elf Camo Concealer Sponge, another one of my favorites. It's just really good concealer. This sponge is damp, so that is how I put my concealer on. I'm just gonna keep blending, blending, blending it all out. And this concealer is like super reasonable. I think it's only like $5 or something. All right, guys, the concealer is on. I'm going to set it with my Pat McGrath Labs Under Eye Blurring Setting Powder. It broke, but this is in translucent. I dropped it and it broke, but it's really, really, really good stuff. Oh gosh, and I'm so sad that I broke it. And I'm using a brush to put that in or to set my concealer. And I don't know what brush this is, you guys. It's so old that it's like wearing away. The handle is like, look at that. It's it's old. All right, so I'm just, but it's like perfect to like set my concealer. It's like, I don't want to get rid of this brush. It's like perfect. That Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder, at first I didn't really like it, but now it's like my favorite. I am constantly using it and I will absolutely repurchase it. I think it's a phenomenal product. All right. Now I can move on to eyebrows. One of my favorite products for eyebrows is Billion Dollar Beauty. And it comes like this. It's got a spoolie on one end and then it's got the product, which is like a pencil on the other end. And you just kind of twist it up. This one's in the color Universal. That's what it says. It's a dark brown. That's how I would describe it anyways. But it works really well for me. I've been purchasing mine from TJ Maxx, and they're only like $4.99 at TJ Maxx, but you can get them on the Billion Dollar Beauty's website, and I'll have it all linked below, but it's a lot more expensive. So anytime I go to TJ Maxx and I see these, I always go and I pick them up. And this is a really kind of like nice soft formula. You know how like a lot of the eyebrow pencils are real dry? And sometimes that's important because it needs to grip your hairs. You know what I mean? In order for you to kind of activate the color. But for some reason, I don't really like the drier formulas. I feel like I have to work a lot harder. Whereas this is more of like a gel consistency in like a pencil, if that makes it's softer, I guess I should say. Not really a gel, but okay, probably good enough. Where did my little spoolie go? Let's see if I can clean these up a little bit, even them out. Okay, so far so good. All right, where do I want to go next? Why don't we bronze a little bit? I'm feeling like I'm looking a little flushed out. Let's add some color back to my face. And I'm gonna use one of my favorite face palettes for bronzing. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Nude Gasm Face Palette. I absolutely love these two bronzers. They just look absolutely beautiful on my skin tone for some reason. They have a little bit of luminosity to them. Use one of my favorite brushes. There's a little bit of luminosity to it, but it does not emphasize my texture or settle into my fine lines or look unflattering. It just looks really, really, really pretty. I just recently bought, in fact, last night, the Light Gasm. No, that's not the actual name. But anyways, one of those products are back in stock and I bought it right away because there is a bronzer in it. And I was like, I love this formula so much. So yeah, it was normally $75, I think, but there was a 15% off influencer code that I use. And it came down to like 60 bucks free shipping. But I'm like, if it's anything like this formula, I'm gonna love it. So normally I would darken up my neck a little bit more with foundation, but I don't feel like taking my jewelry off. I shouldn't have put jewelry on in the first place. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyways, you know. All right. Okay, starting to look good. All right. I am gonna do my nose just a little bit. I don't often do that because I have oily skin. And sometimes the more product I put on my nose, the gunkier it looks throughout the day. But since it's a little cooler here in Florida right now because it's winter time, even though it's full sunshine, it's like gorgeous outside. It's like 60 degrees, full sunshine. Oh, it's beautiful. It's really good Florida weather. Okay, so now let me put some blush on really quick too. I'm gonna use one of my favorites. This is MAC's Warm Soul. Gosh, it's so, so pretty. I'm gonna use the same, I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm gonna use the same brush. This is just it's like a peach luminous. And a lot of the times I don't like a luminous blush, but because I don't want my texture to be emphasized. But this, it's so beautiful. And when you see the eye palette that I picked out, you'll understand why I'm using this peachy kind of tone, warm peachy. Gosh, so beautiful. And you can build it up, which I love, especially when it comes to a blush, being able to build that up where it's not like a pow, like as soon as you like place it, because then trying to blend that out, guys, that's hard. Oh, so beautiful. All right, let's just put a little, little. Man, I really love that blush. Just so beautiful. And it mixed really well with the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Should I move on to the eyes? Yeah, why not? I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Mini Gold Palette. Am I the only one that keeps the boxes? I don't know. I feel like I'm weird. Like I keep the boxes. I usually keep like the little plastic piece too. That I don't know. Am I the only one? Comment below. Tell me if it, you know, if I'm just a weirdo. But this palette, y'all already know how much I feel about greens. Green eyeshadow, oh, makes brown eyes pop. This is such a beautiful palette. It's got great formula. It's got really good pigmentation. It's just absolutely stunning. Okay, now there are names on the back of this, but it's so small I can't read it. So anyway, so I'm gonna go into this one right here. That one's gonna be my transition. Yeah, I haven't used this palette in so long, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do a face of favorites, and I am pulling out the mini gold palette. I purchased mine on a sale. Like it wasn't for a Black Friday or like a Cyber Monday or anything like that. It was more like a middle of the year, like she's just trying to get rid of inventory. And they were like 30 or 40% off. So I bought like a bunch of the mini palettes. Man, not a bunch. I have like 4 of them. Okay, that color is on. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna, by the way, this brush was a Rephr number 15. Rephr brushes, they're my favorite. They are my favorite, but I'm gonna take a BK Beauty 202 brush and I'm gonna go into this other matte right here and I'm gonna start to put that in the crease. Let's put that in the crease. Put that in the outer V as well, kind of on the outer edge of the eye. Gosh, just blending so beautifully. What a beautiful little palette. And I love how small it is. You know, I really appreciate when a company like Natasha Denona has many palettes of her large palettes. So like, I really like her large palettes. I think they're beautiful. I think they're worth the price. However, I may only use a handful of shades and I might not want to spend $70 or some of her palettes are $130. I may not want to spend that kind of money for, you know, just using a handful of shades. So when you have a mini palette like this, 5 shades, you're going to use every single shade. What you see is what you get. Makes it so easy and so convenient. All right, that looks beautiful. I'm gonna take a little bit of that color. I'm gonna also take it underneath the lower lash line. Try not to make the dumbest face. Oh God, I swear, I feel like I always make the most retarded face every time I do my makeup. I watch all the other like girls and they're like so perfect looking when they put their makeup on. They're like perfect. I'm like, how can you see? Like I look like look like a dork doing mine. All right, anyways. Okay, I'm gonna do that on the other eye. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a real small, I'm gonna take a real small brush. This is just a Morphe vegan brush. Oh, are the names on here? I didn't, there is. Okay, so you guys, in one of my other videos, I said the names were not on here, but they're like, you can barely see it. Can you see? Can you guys see it? It's like it's right there. It's like raised black. I wish they would have done it like silver or something. I can't see it. It's too small. Okay, but anyways, I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to go into this darkest shade right here. Now, this is not a matte shade. There is glitter in there. I'm going to take it underneath the lower lash line, just darken up just a little bit. If you wanted to darken up the outer V with that particular shade, you could. I don't know that I want to. I might. This is a great, guys, the quality of this palette is just really good. Really, really good. All right, I'm going to do that on the other eye. Okay, now the best part, the best part, the best part. I'm going to use these 2 beautiful, gorgeous shimmers right here. Oh, they're just absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do is use glitter glue. I'm going to use glitter glue. You guys know I am the glitter glue queen. Okay, glitter glue. I'm using AOA Studios Tacky Base. I'll link everything below, you guys. All right, I'm gonna put it all over the lid. I'm gonna leave my inner lid open a little bit because I will add more glitter glue and, well, you'll see what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna take this one right here, the darker. Oh, mm, okay, let's put it on. Absolutely stunning. And then when I put that lighter green, it's almost like a goldish green on top of this. Oh my God. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that on this eye. Okay, guys, that part is done. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So, so beautiful. Okay, I need to clean my fingers up just a little bit so I don't accidentally touch my face, which I have done before, and make a big mess on my face. All right, so now I need a brush that is kind of small and flat. I found the E65 Bling brush, just real small domed brush. This is their purple set, their Royal Enchantment. It's new, I just bought it, but I'm using it for the sake of I need to get really precise. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more of the tacky base, which, by the way, you guys, bling brushes are awesome brushes. I say that they have brains and beauty because not only are they absolutely stunning, but they work really, really well. They're like super good quality, which is really hard to get something that is beautiful and good quality at the same time. All right, stop talking. All right. Okay, so I'm going into, now I'm gonna go into this shade right here. I added the glitter glue to my inner corner and kind of up into my crease and like up over my crease a little bit. I'm gonna do a fake cut crease like I always do. You guys know how I like to do my fake cut crease. All right, so let's, that is bright, but that is like a gold color that is not unflattering. Sometimes gold can be very unflattering, but not this one. This one is so beautiful. All right, let's keep going. Taking it up, taking it over. Absolutely stunning. I hope you guys can see it. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Calm this down a little bit with my fingers. Like real bright right there because I'm gonna take a little bit of it right in the middle of the eye. So beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can get some underneath the lower lash line without any glitter glue, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, a little bit of fallout because it is got, you know, it's got chunks of glitter in there. So it'll probably just end up just falling all over my face later on. But I got a little bit in my eye, so let me clean my eye out. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna take the first brush that I was using, the BK Beauty brush. No more pigment. I'm just gonna kind of blend out right here. So beautiful. Oh, gosh, so beautiful. All right, let's do that on this side. So both eyes are a match so far. There is no brow bone highlight in this particular palette, but so I'm just gonna use whatever I have left of that like bright gold that I was using, and I'm just a little bit and a little bit. So that way, like when the sun or the light catches it at the perfect angle, a little bit of sparkle there. I think what I want to do is I want to take this dark shade right here. I'm gonna take a chance and use my reference number 28. It's not as flat and stiff as I want, but I'm going to just put a little bit of that kind of like as an eyeliner right at the base of my lashes. Yeah, I feel like I need a stiffer brush, but I'm gonna forge ahead. Forge ahead, I'm going for it. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I want a tight line. I think I want this look to be a little bit more sultry, so I want my eyes to look a little smaller. So I'm going to tight line tops and bottoms with my favorite. It's one of my favorites eye pencils. It's from Essence. It's called But First Espresso. It's really pretty. It's really great stuff. Okay, you guys, the tight lining is done. The eyes are looking so beautiful. They're starting to really come together. Now, let me wipe myself off a little bit here. And let me see if I can fluff away. I got a little bit of fallout, but man, you guys, very minimal fallout. And really it only came from that kind of yellow kind of gold that I put underneath the lower lash line. All right, now we can move on to mascara. One of my favorite mascaras, brand new to me just about a month ago, the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick. I love this stuff, you guys. I know some people really dislike it. And in fact, it got like some of the worst, products of 2023 on a lot of people's list. But for me, it works great. The dryer formula really grips my lashes. So I really like it. It's beautiful. Hey guys, the mascara is on. These eyes are done and they look absolutely beautiful. They're sultry, they're sexy, they're real pretty. It's day wear, it's night wear. It's just really pretty. And man, that little gold palette, impressive. It's definitely one of my favorites. Now you guys can see why. Okay, so I'm gonna do, before I move on to the lips, I'm gonna do highlight. One of my favorite highlighters, my ride or die. If I could only take one highlight for the rest of my life, it would be MAC Soft and Gentle. It is just everything to me. In my opinion, it is just so absolutely beautiful. It's got like a really, it's universal. I think it looks good on any skin tone, looks good on no matter what your texture is, no matter what makeup look you're doing. Oh God, it's just so beautiful. It's what I wore on my wedding day. I actually bought this for my wedding and I use it quite a bit, you guys. And look, I still haven't even hit pan on it. I mean, there's a lot of product. Matt gives you a lot. Really, really beautiful. Do a little. You all know I like a good Cupid's bow. Okay, so the highlight is on. I'm going to take a little bit more of the Warm Soul, Max Warm Soul, and just kind of blend it, stamp it out a little bit. Oh my God, so beautiful. I am loving this look because you guys know I love greens though. I'm a green girl. Couple little last steps before I move on to the lips. I want to set my brows. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. This is called Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. It's dual-sided. So one's for the brows, one's for the mascara. We know both ends are the same formula, e.l.f. You can't fool us. So I use it to set my brows and it's really good. And it's only like a few bucks in the store. I think you can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Ulta, but it sets it really nicely. I want to set the face. I know I don't always do that on camera, but it's something that I always do. I'm going to use one of my favorites, the Urban Decay All Nighter. The All Nighter in general is my favorite, but this one I'm going to use the Vitamin C. This one kind of gives you a little bit more of a brighter appearance while still setting your makeup. So. I know I use a lot. Sometimes I like to take my sponge and just kind of put that setting spray, just kind of set it in there. Not necessary, but it's just, I don't know, something I like to do. Okay, so now we can move on to the lips. I want to show you guys because you guys know I always talk about how everything dries my lips out with a few exceptions. One of those exceptions is Jason Wu. His Honey Fluff Matte Liquid Lipstick, for some reason, does not dry my lips out. It's just a really, really, really good formula. So I'm going to use that, and then I'll top it with one of my favorite glosses. All right, so I'm going to use a Jason Wu lip pencil. This one's in Dolled Up. So now I'm going to go in with the Jason Wu Honey Fluff Matte Lipstick. This one's in Adored. That lipstick is so beautiful. All of his Honey Fluff lipsticks are just phenomenal. And there is no matte lipstick on the planet that I have been able to find that is comfortable for me to wear on my lips, that doesn't make my lips feel like the desert 3 days after I use it, with this exception. It is just, I don't know. I don't know how he does it. Okay, I have no idea. My absolute favorite lip gloss on the planet is the Bite Beauty Yay Sayer Plumping Lip Glosses. I have so many of these, and you can see I've already almost hit pan on this one. This is one lip gloss that does not dry my lips out either, but this one's in Cider Donut. I don't know if these are available anymore because I did see a bunch of these at TJ Maxx, and I've just been, every time I see them, I purchase them because I like them so much. So beautiful. Okay, you guys, the lips are done. The face is done. It's time for me to show you the final look. So you guys, this makeup look is complete. That is using some of my favorite products that I usually use like on a regular basis, you guys, even when I'm not on camera. You know, these are products that I love, that I have purchased, that I have used, that I will probably repurchase or have repurchased. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did putting on this makeup. I think these eyes look absolutely just, you guys already know how I feel about it. They look absolutely beautiful. So you guys, comment below, tell me what you think. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.